Hello, my name is Liz Wolfe, and I'm coming to you from New York City. And you can find me online at lizwolfcoaching.com. And what I do is I coach entrepreneurs to get unstuck so that they can launch and grow an abundant business. And today in New York City was a snow day, which does not happen very often anymore. And so I was actually very happy to see the snow. And what happens when it snows a fair amount in New York City is young kids, teenagers, middle schoolers will come around and ring your doorbell and ask you if they can shovel your walk. So sure enough, it's snowing, and I had already been out to shovel the walk, but it was still snowing, and the doorbell rang and rang and rang and rang and rang and rang. And I knew immediately this was not a delivery, this was somebody coming to shovel snow. So I usually just say no thanks and they move on their merry way. So I went upstairs and opened the door, and here were these three young kids, between the age of about 10 and 14. And they said, "Hey, can we shovel your walk?" And I said, "Well, I really don't need it." He goes, and then the kid down at the bottom of the steps said, "Hey, well, we'll do it for $5." And the kid at the top of the steps, it was interesting his approach. He wasn't really looking at me. He was engaging with me, but he wasn't really making eye contact. And he said, "No," to the kid. No. He goes, "We'll do it for $3." And I said, "You're gonna clean off three of you are gonna clean off my entire stoop and the sidewalk for $3." And he said, "Yeah, we'll do it for $3." I said, "All right, you do it." Oh my goodness, you would have thought Christmas came in February. They were like, "Oh, she's gonna let us do it." They got so excited about it. And so I said, "All right, you're gonna do all this, you're gonna do that?" And he goes, "Yeah, we'll do it. So, I don't know, 5 minutes goes by, and I'm like, let me check on how they're doing. So I go and I look out the window and I see one kid has got the broken bottom of one of those aluminum snow shovels, no handle, and he's scraping the snow off my steps with this thing. The other kid, the young kid that was the sales guy, he was literally using his mittens to scrape the snow off my stoop. Of course, I have snow shovels, so I went and I got the snow shovels, and the good kind with the plastic and the metal at the end. It's supposed to break up the ice. And I said, "Hey, kids, if you're going to do a job, you need the right tools. So here." And they were like, "Oh, she's giving us snow shovels to use." That was the most amazing thing. So they go out and they're shoveling. And I said, "When you're done, just knock on my window here and I'll come out." So while they were doing that, I said, "Well, first of all, I'm not going to give them $3. I went looking for money. I said, "I'm not going to give you $3, okay? 3 kids, $3." I was just so excited. I was just so touched by how they were being about it. So I said to myself, "All right, let me give them $5. That's what they asked for." So then I realized, you know what? I think I have some extra shovels in my basement. And sure enough, I went downstairs and I had 2 actual, one of those aluminum snow shovels that were kind of crappy, to be honest. That's why we had brought the new ones. And they're all kind of bent on the bottom, but they had a handle and they were shovels. So I said, when they're done, I'm gonna give them these shovels. So sure enough, they knocked on the window, and I said, "All right, how was it?" I looked at it, see, how'd you do? Like, I didn't care about it. I was like, "How'd you do?" "Oh yeah, we did it." I said, "Great." I said, "Here's your $5." They were like, "You're giving us $5?" I mean, they were just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I said, "And here's your tip." And I gave them the 2 shovels, these 2 like old aluminum 70s shovels, how we used to shovel in the old days. And they just were like, and I said, "Kids, if you're going to do the job, you need the tools. You need to do the tools." And this to them was, they just couldn't believe that I was giving them these 2 shovels. And of course, I was so touched. It was really a beautiful experience to have these kids be so enthusiastic about being out there. And of course, I loved it because they were being entrepreneurs and they were getting out and they were making that sale. And I can't resist actually relating it to what it means to be an entrepreneur. And there were a couple of things that stood out. I mean, one was, ask for what you're worth. He said $5. I heard $5. And then he undercut it and said $3. And I said, "You know what? I'm going to give him the $5. Now, if it had been a larger sum of money, I might not have done that. But I enjoyed being generous. So as we know, that's one of the 3 keys to an abundant business, is to give wholeheartedly. So it was very enjoyable for me to be able to give them the extra couple bucks and those shovels. And by the way, decluttering my house, because I had 0 use for those, and they were going to be given to good use. And then the other thing is, be prepared. Like, if you're going to sell, be some scrappy about it. Get out there and sell, but it's kind of good to have the right tools. Like, I loved that they were doing it, with this old shovel, but asked, maybe, do you have a shovel? Like, ask for resources, and that'll be how you can, of course, grow your business. So, business lesson for this snow day is get out there, be scrappy, use the right tools, give wholeheartedly, and enjoy the rest of the fun snow day if it's snowing where you are. All right, thank you so much. We'll see you again. My name is Liz Wolfe, LizWolfeCoaching.com. See you there.